Tensions surged in the Middle East as U.S. President Donald Trump warned that the United States could destroy key Iranian infrastructure if a deal to end the war is not reached soon.
The threat marked a sharp shift from the previous day when he had suggested that an agreement could be imminent. Trump stated that Washington was engaged in serious discussions with what he described as a more reasonable leadership in Tehran. But he also signaled that failure to secure a deal and reopen the Strait of Hormuz would result in devastating military action targeting Iran's oil facilities, power plants, Kark Island, and potentially desalination sites. The White House reinforced the administration's timeline, indicating that the conflict could conclude within 2 more weeks. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said the president had consistently projected a 4 to 6 time frame and noted that the situation had reached day 30. She emphasized that Trump aimed to secure a deal within the next 10 days. Addressing concerns about potential violations of international law, she maintained that U.S. forces would operate within legal boundaries. Meanwhile, Israel's parliament approved the 2026 budget on Monday, significantly boosting military spending as the country remains engaged with multiple conflicts. The budget passed with 62 votes in favor and 55 against, narrowly avoiding an automatic government collapse and early elections that would have been triggered by a failure to meet the legal deadline. The total expenditure was set at approximately 850 billion shekels, equivalent to $270 billion. As part of the updated plan, about $10 billion was added to the defense budget, bringing it over to 142 billion shekels in light of the ongoing conflict, known as Operation Rolling Lion. Elsewhere in the Gulf, Kuwait reported that an Iranian attack targeted a power and water desalination plant, killing 1 worker and causing significant structural damage. The facility's location was not disclosed, but authorities confirmed that the victim was an Indian national. Kuwait's military later stated that it had intercepted 13 hostile drones within the past 24 hours and acknowledged that the strike caused major damage to a building at the site. The attack came amid broader threats from Tehran to target critical infrastructure across Gulf states, including energy installations and desalination facilities that are essential for water supplies in the region. In southern Lebanon, violence intensified as United Nations peacekeeping mission reported the deaths of 2 Indonesian personnel after an explosion of unknown origin destroyed their vehicle. 2 additional peacekeepers were wounded, one of them seriously, marking the second deadly incident involving UN forces within 24 hours. The Lebanese army also reported that an Israeli strike killed 1 of its soldiers, while a security source said 3 Hezbollah members were killed in a separate strike on Beirut's southern suburbs. The UN mission has launched an investigation into the incidents, which followed a similar event a day earlier that left another peacekeeper dead and 3 others wounded. In Israel, emergency crews battled a large fire at the Haifa oil refinery after debris from an intercepted projectile struck the facility. Thick black smoke rose from the site as firefighters worked to contain flames involving a tank holding 3,000 cubic meters of gasoline. Authorities said the fuel was being pumped out to prevent further escalation and confirmed that no casualties had been reported.